China's digital currency, how it could affect the crypto world. China's digital yuan made its global debut, with foreign athletes and others at the Beijing Olympics 2022 being able to use it for the first time. People can use a smartphone app to access digital yuan, but it differs from other payment applications in that it is a digital form of the currency, which is issued by the People's Bank of China. The existence of a state-backed digital yuan, or ECNY, might lead to the creation of a huge international platform for blockchain-based electronic payments. With this, a lot of people have drawn their interest to know how this could affect the crypto world. So let's take a look at China's digital currency and its possible effects on cryptocurrency. Welcome back to Crypto World. Thanks in advance for smacking that like and subscribe button. Now let's get into the vital details affecting our crypto world. The yuan's international ambitions. The desire for China to internationalize the yuan is well known, but the Digital Currency Electronic Payment, or DCEP initiative, has expedited in the face of escalating US-China tensions. Initially, the DCEP will only be utilized for payments within China. However, this is expected to change in the future, especially as China's cross-border interbank payment systems, or CIPS, develops, allowing yuan-denominated transactions to bypass the SWIFT system, which is dominated by the West. With the U.S. using SWIFT to enforce sanctions, the CIPS may provide a long-term alternative for the Chinese government. Smaller developing countries with strong economic and financial ties to China may also begin billing and settling transactions in yuan. This is especially important for China's Belt and Road Initiative partners. At the moment, free trade zones across China are investigating cross-border financing, and these zones may one day act as catalysts for the international adoption of the digital yuan. Consumption of the digital yuan abroad by Chinese tourists and travelers might speed up the use and circulation of the currency, encouraging the construction of equivalent systems and coordinating mechanisms abroad. A yuan that is digitally compatible. Although the technology for a digital currency has been around for a while, the People's Bank of China is likely to adopt a cautious approach in order to avoid jeopardizing the financial system as a whole. The impact on banks and third-party payment systems will be determined by the rate of DCEP adoption and the operational model that DCEP and these players use. While Chinese banks may encounter some deposit competition, new opportunities may emerge. Customers can pay bank custody costs for their digital wallets, for example. Meanwhile, third-party payment systems must improve their digital wallets' consumer experience to increase platform stickiness. In the world's second-largest economy, there's almost certainly potential for another payment mechanism. In China, there are approximately 400 to 500 million people without Alipay accounts and another 200 million without bank accounts. Although China's DCEP is still in its early stages for domestic use, it has the potential to lower the barriers to yuan cross-border payments. If implemented correctly, the DCEP will help the yuan gain international power in the long run, bringing China closer to its aim of internationalization. For the time being, all eyes are on Beijing for the 2022 Winter Olympics, as China demonstrated its digital currency to a global audience. China's digital yuan highlights why cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are still needed. The digital yuan has already been tested in several Chinese cities, with over $8 billion in transactions completed in the second half of 2021. China's efforts have prompted other governments to consider developing their own digital currency. According to the Atlantic Council, around 90 countries, accounting for more than 90% of global GDP, are actively studying a central bank digital currency, or CBDC. Some think that CBDCs will render cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin obsolete. After all, do we really need so many different digital currencies? However, the contrary is true. The growth of CBDCs emphasizes the importance of decentralized cryptocurrencies that are largely private and independent of any government. While China's digital currency is an incredible endeavor that has the potential to provide numerous benefits, including payment convenience and efficiency, Privacy is not one of them. In fact, the digital yuan will provide the government more visibility over its citizens' financial operations. Small payments may not require identification, according to Yaya Fanusi, adjunct senior fellow at the Center for a New American Security. However, the government will be able to track all transactions, whether anonymized or not, she says. Two of China's most advanced mobile payment systems are WeChat Pay and Alipay. Companies already collect a lot of personal financial data, but the digital yuan will make obtaining it much easier for the government. The Chinese government can already obtain data from payment businesses, according to Fanusi, but they'll not need to do so with the digital yuan because they'll have direct access to that data. They barely have to lift a finger with the digital yuan, he said. The data comes to them. CBDCs can not only be tracked, but they can also be programmed. Following a natural disaster, for example, a government could issue citizens digital money that they could use to buy food and medicine, but not alcohol. As a result, governments will have more control over who has access to digital money. It's going to be easy for the central bank to switch off any wallets they want to turn off because of political reasons or crime fighting or anything, Fanusi said of China. Bitcoin and the digital yuan take different approaches. Bitcoin, the world's most popular cryptocurrency, was created in the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis as a form of money that was supposed to be independent of government or bank control. Bitcoin transactions are recorded on a blockchain, which is a decentralized ledger. No government can prevent you from sending or receiving Bitcoin, and no government can shut down the network. Bitcoin is also a highly private kind of money in that all you need to transmit and receive Bitcoin is a string of numbers and characters. Some people are drawn to cryptocurrency because they believe that even perfectly legal transactions should be hidden from prying eyes. Some crypto purists may claim that Bitcoin isn't secure enough because all transactions are recorded on a publicly accessible blockchain. Still, linking a Bitcoin address to a real person's identity takes time, expertise, and effort. Governments or spy agencies would have to commit a significant amount of time, skill, and effort to studying blockchain data. CBDCs, on the other hand, are intended to be traceable by the government. Bitcoin's privacy protections are currently being improved by developers. Other digital currencies such as Zcash and Monero advocate privacy as a primary feature. For instance, Zcash uses a cryptographic technique known as zero-knowledge proofs, which allows a collection of data to be confirmed even without revealing it. New cryptocurrencies are always being developed, and we should expect a lot more privacy innovation in the future. Conversely, China's digital yuan might become the country's primary payment method in the future. In a review, Victor Gao, chair professor at China's Soochow University, remarked, "Whether I embrace the digital renminbi or not is not up to me to decide. I think this wave will strike me sooner or later if I stay in China. If I remain a global citizen, I can't fight it. I can't reject it without getting buried by it." Other countries, especially the US, may be unable to resist the temptation to implement their own CBDC. Government-backed digital currencies, on the other hand, should not be king. Other cryptocurrencies are required to maintain an independent and relatively private form of digital money in a world where governments are increasingly tracking and controlling transactions. What are your thoughts on this matter? Do you cringe at the thought of governments trying to centralize digital currency, or welcome the exchange? And do you think decentralized cryptocurrency will prevail? Let us know what you think in the comments. This has been another vital presentation from Crypto World. Keep the channel running by hitting that like button. And after you've subscribed, be sure to share this video.